Why are you supporting Senator AKPABIO? Yes.
Why I'm supporting the youth? I didn't see any what they are saying. So I don't know much about the detail of what they are saying. I'm just supporting it because my mind led me to watch.
But you don't know much about what they're saying.
I don't know.
Do you support Senator Natasha?
I don't even really know about church.
You don't know the whole story. So when did you come out here today?
Why I came out today that they said it was God looked at them support, but that is will remain as our Senate.
So he's a good man. So you want him to win the position?
Yeah.
He's already Senate president.
Okay.
But why are you supporting Senator Natasha?
No.
Why?
No, I don't want that.
You don't want her what?
You don't do me anything, but I don't want. Because there are people say them be stubborn people. So we don't need stubborn people. We want peace. We don't need stubborn people. That is why.
Fine, you are stubborn. We don't want stubborn people. We don't want.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and page. Guys, have you seen what is happening in this case and the matter between Senator Natasha and the Senate President? The Senate President actually called these women to come and protest against Natasha. Do you see where they are now interviewing them, and they were saying that they don't even know much about this? Why are they supporting Senator AKPABIO? Because Natasha is stubborn. They don't want stubborn people.
Senator
Just
Natasha
imagine. Just watch
has
this
submitted
video.
her petition, which has been thrown out because they said she signed it herself. We're seeing Godswill AKPABIO here denying the allegations, saying that he has 4 daughters and has the highest regard for women. Let me take this tweet from Chigose, who wrote, while AKPABIO has publicly denied the allegations, the submission of a new petition by Senator Natasha indicates that the matter is far from resolved. This highlights the complexities surrounding such accusations where the truth may be multifaceted and not easily discernible. Meanwhile, tensions heightened at the National Assembly on Wednesday as supporters of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan clashed with those backing Senate President Godswill AKPABIO. However, some female supporters of Godswill AKPABIO didn't even know why they were protesting. This report was from Adeswa Giwa Osake. Let's take a look.
Why are you supporting Senator AKPABIO? Yes.
Why I'm supporting the youth? I didn't see any what they are saying. So I don't know much about the detail of what they are saying. I'm just supporting it because my mind led me to watch.
But you don't know much about what they're saying.
I don't know.
Do you support Senator Natasha?
I don't even really know about church.
You don't know the whole story. So when did you come out here today?
Why I came out today that they said it was God looked at them support, but that is will remain as our Senate.
So he's a good man. So you want him to win the position?
Yeah.
He's already Senate president.
Okay.
But why are you supporting Senator Natasha?
No.
Why?
No, I don't want that.
You don't want her what?
You don't do me anything, but I don't want. Because there are people say them be stubborn people. So we don't need stubborn people. We want peace. We don't need stubborn people. That is why.
Fine, you are stubborn. We don't want stubborn people. We don't want, I mean, listen to these women. Dr. Martin, one of them was eating groundnuts. He said maybe
they serve them groundnuts.
Maybe they serve them the groundnuts. Wait, before you dissect all of it, I just want to unpack everything together. Okay. Or do you want to say this one and then
go ahead.
Go ahead, Dr. Martin, with that.
It looks like you have other dimensions.
No, I have other dimensions, but go ahead.
Okay, the first thing, because I noticed that the woman, eating a granite,
yes,
and the woman dancing, maybe they serve the granites there. It's the pitiable thing about Nigeria. There are so many Nigerians that can be hired for just any purpose. Rent a crowd. You have on one side, people have been hired. They don't know why they have been hired. They just say, make we support AKPABIO. Because those other people, they be stubborn people. Who are those stubborn people? And then you listen to some of them, they were carrying designer banners, with AKPABIO must resign. Somebody paid for those expensive banners. It couldn't have been that. So you see a lot of people who are idle, who are not engaged. And this is why we keep saying that that human capital development should be the primary thing for the Nigerian government, so that people can be meaningfully engaged and they cannot just be hired with either 2,000 or 3,000 naira. This is the same thing that happens during elections, where people are hired and the Nigerian people mortgage their own future.
Well, speaking about
Second
that,
thing,
before we go, let's stick on the protest, then we'll go further on that. Well, meanwhile, this protester has called for Natasha Akpoti to leave the Senate President alone. Let's take a look.
I am supporting Akpabio because he's a Senate President. Number two, he's somebody's husband. He's not looking at Natasha. Natasha is just a senator. He doesn't have time with Natasha. Natasha should free Akpabio. Akpabio is somebody's father. He's a grandfather. He's somebody's husband. He's somebody's son. Natasha should face her husband and leave Akpabio alone. A man is free to look at a woman. That is the end. We should stop blackmailing Akpabio.
All right. This woman is saying a man is free to look at anybody. And I think this is... At a woman.
It's lucre.
Lucre is not a crime. It's not
It is torture.
It is torture. Oh, okay.
That's how they say it.
You know, this is the dilemma we are facing here in our society, in our culture, actually, as Africans. So I want to just highlight what sexual harassment means. I thought I should just highlight it because we've had several conversations. And so let's just really unpack what it means. Sexual harassment definition. Sexual harassment refers to unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, or other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature that creates a hostile, intimidating, or offensive environment. It can occur in workplaces, schools, public spaces, or online, and it includes behaviors such as inappropriate touching, suggestive comments, dirty jokes, or coercion. It also symbolizes when you feel humiliated, when somebody it also adds visibility to it as well. When you look at someone, I've met a woman who's told me that basically this man undressed me with his eyes.
In fact, I was reading Dolly Parton's tribute to her husband, Carl Dean of 60 years, who just passed. And she said that one of the reasons that caught her attention at 18 when they met was that he was the first man she met who was looking at her face when he was talking to her. And we know why, because a number of us know the way that she's buxom in her body structure. And so a lot of men don't even, when they meet her, they can't even look at her face, they're looking at something else. So I want to say that, yes, even lookery, sometimes you feel naked, you feel almost assaulted, but that's very difficult to prove, as we often talked about. When someone says, oh, I was sexually harassed, why? Because he was looking at me. How do you then prove that? But there are other instances where you can actually prove suggestive talks. And that's why yesterday I asked Senator Maswen that, are there some jokes that can be said to be taken too far? Because a lot of justification for what people say in the chambers has been put down by Senator Itagiwa, Senator Maswen, and a few others that they just joke a lot. In fact, Dr. Batidem suggested that maybe we need to have a new composition of comedians in the House, since it is jokes and laughter that we have there, in the House, so in the chamber. So it's very important to say, because people don't actually know what sexual harassment is. I have heard all manner of things, especially from men around, oh, but what's the problem there? We're just playing, we're just holding hands. And so it also looks like we have an opportunity in this situation to actually educate people, men and women, including that woman that said, was he looking at her? She should come and face her husband. It's funny, but not funny. It also highlights the level of ignorance of a lot of people. Look at her defending what is not right with such boldness and such, with a lot of gusto, without even having the fact and saying that she's somebody's husband or somebody, since Akpabio is a father, a grandfather. That doesn't preclude people from perpetrating evil or sexual harassment. So we need to get the facts right. One thing I'm happy about, and I'm hoping that even if nothing happens, number one, the water has been stirred. Number two, it's an opportunity for us as a nation to begin to rethink this conversation around sexual harassment.
So guys, you've seen why I said that these women are paid. What you don't know anything about, they ask you to come and protest. They ask you to come and say that Natasha is stubborn. Sure, they don't know anything about it, because had they knew what is happening or what is wrong between Natasha and the Senate president, This one will not be saying that Natasha is stubborn. I want AKPABIO to win. Win what? Hey, corruption. Now they have suspended Natasha for 6 months. This is total injustice. And I thank God that Natasha said it before she left, that this injustice will not be sustained. These people, this Nigerians should look into this matter. I don't know what is happening. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.